This is due to underwhelming demand. Hello. It's Dave, Rachel, and Forman with the St. Patrick's Day of podcast because the best way to enjoy it is to drink heavily and then not remember it the next day. So here we are.
I spent my last St. Patrick's Day with Melody at the old Triangle in downtown Halifax.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, well, she was very pregnant,
Oh.
and I took advantage of my time.
Okay.
After the show was over. We
I
did the
bet
show
you did.
live there.
After the show's
Yeah.
over. It's usually a good idea.
But,
after
you
the
know,
show.
when you do a show, that's one of the benefits. If you do a show there before anyone arrives, and then when it ended at 10 a.m., then that table you were using, you can just sit at and keep drinking at the rest of the day. You're already in. You don't have to wait in line outside.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
You do not have to wait in line. That is true. Okay. Well, welcome and thank you for all the downloads and thanks for listening.
Yes,
and thanks
thank
for
you.
being. Thank you for enjoying the podcast. I have a new pet peeve that's been bothering me, and I thought I would bring it forward on our little vent off today.
Okay.
Dave's turn.
It's my
Dave's turn.
My turn.
I'll have to think about something to vent about.
Does
next
it involve
time.
Costco, Service Ontario, or Disney?
Yeah. Well, this is another.
Any
this
of
is-
those things are up for fair game.
Yeah.
This is another one for me. Lately, I've noticed this, and it's starting to really quite annoy me. People that take a full cart of groceries, like full a full.
Is
cart
this
of
because now
groceries.
you're the grocery shopper?
Yeah, well, could be. That could have a bearing on it. A full cart of groceries into the self-checkout.
Oh.
I
Depends where.
What do you mean depends where?
I mean,
Well,
at Walmart,
actually-
I would do that.
At Walmart?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I don't know. There just seems to be a lot of self-checkouts.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Dude,
okay.
I'll take that anywhere. If I have a full cart, I mean, if there's a spot at the self-checkout, I'm using it.
A full cart?
Yeah.
Cart.
Don't wait behind me.
You haven't dropped your accent yet since coming back.
Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I actually
You got a
I
full
find it
cart,
delightful.
and now you're out shopping.
Start
You got
the
the
cart.
time.
Start the car. Get the cart.
Anyway, sorry about that. No, so you're one of those
Yes.
idiots that do that.
No.
Look, no,
You
Look,
there's
no.
That's what the express lane's for. You go over there somewhere.
Yeah. Like,
wait
how
at
many
a different
things-
self-checkout. There's
Look.
lots of them.
Yeah.
Right. How many
Look,
things are you buying, Dave?
Yeah.
Like 5 items?
Well, my wife kind of has taught me to be this way. I always consider her to be sort of like a rabbit shopper. A little bit here, a little bit there. You know.
That's
what
how
do
you
we-
fill a day.
Yeah, no, it's not. We don't go for a full load of groceries usually. It's a little
that's all I
here,
do.
A little there, a little. Because I think she actually really enjoy, and I do too. I actually enjoy going to the big supermarket with the big produce. I'm always amazed at what's available to us. I think we overlook that a grocery store can be a real pain in the ass. But when you walk into, I don't know, we have a big Loblaws here with a huge market-style produce department. As soon as there's a bakery, there's fish, there's sushi, there's more produce and more vegetables and cheese and everything. And I always think to myself, boy, we have it good. We really do have
Sure.
it.
I mean, yes.
Boy, Galen Weston would love to hear you say
I'm
that.
just saying.
Galen Weston.
Yeah, it does look good. I'm not saying I buy all. I'm just saying it does. So I like shopping and looking around and doing all of that stuff. What I
Okay.
don't like is, someone with a full cart of groceries in the self-checkout. Sorry, I don't. Like, that's why they have people. That's why they pay the pros to get you in and out of that line as quickly as possible. And you,
Okay,
Forman,
well-
want to stand in that line and hold me up.
I want to be left alone. Yeah, I just want to go in there and be left alone. I don't have to have someone else judging me through item by item.
Yeah. I feel the same way, actually. I just want, if I can do it myself, I will. Now, if I have a lot of produce, I used to avoid the self-checkout, but now I know how to do the produce, so I do it.
Yeah, sure you do. But you
Yeah.
don't do it fast. because you may know it, but look, that's why they pay people. They know what they're doing. They know the codes. They know how quickly. Like
The codes are on the front. The code is like on a big block sticker on a banana. It's like 4011 or something.
Yes, it is. That's right.
Doing stuff.
Yeah. And then you weigh it, and then you're done.
Full carts. No, they should like the store without the frills. I love that store. And it is as advertised. There's not a lot of frills, and they won't let you bring a cart through their self-checkout.
Really?
Are they policing that?
I think they do. I think I have before.
They have people at the one near me. No one's allowed in.
So if you have a basket, you can go through.
You have a basket
because
you can go through.
Small enough.
Yeah, well, I can tell you they let full carts in the express lane in the regular checkouts because that's where I was waiting behind some guy, and the cashier didn't say a word, and she let it happen.
Well, I don't know.
You know why? Because they don't want to have to argue with you.
They don't want
to have to deal with these people because they know the assholes are doing that.
Yeah.
Now, the express lane, I agree with you on. The self-checkout, I don't agree on.
No.
I think you can, that's a free-for-all.
Yep.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, it is. Leave me alone.
Look, the only place you can take a whole big cart of groceries through the self-checkout is Costco because there's always somebody there that will help you.
Oh, I've never done that.
Oh, yeah, you can take whatever you want through there because if they see you have something big in there, like I buy my fertilizer there for my lawn. That's where I buy it. I put it down. I have the price thing right at the bottom of the cart. They just come along with their little self thing and they go, beep, I'll look after that for you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And sometimes if you're really nice, they'll do all of your groceries for you. They just go, beep.
Then why aren't you going through the other one?
Yes.
If they're doing all your groceries at the self-checkout, then you should be at the other line.
Sometimes they do. Don't ask me. I don't ask them to do my groceries for me, but sometimes
But you're in that line specifically because you don't want them to do it for you. That's ridiculous.
I generally go to the self-checkout at Costco because it's not as busy as the lineups. But
well, I don't know. I'm at the south end, and it looks quite busy at ours, but I've never gone through it. Because, again, when I'm at Costco, and I shop the opposite, like you, Dave, you're a bunny rabbit shopper. I do everything all at once. I don't want to have to go more than I need to. I just get a big, but now typically I'm doing the click and collect, right? So somebody else shops for me, they put it in my trunk, and off I go home. So that's easy. But if I go to Costco, which I try not to do very often, lately it's been maybe once a month, I'm doing a big shop. It's $600, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's my big
Your
shop.
life is so much better that way.
Is it? I mean, I guess.
Well, there's
I'm
less
not going
time
out
spent
as
at
much.
Costco, the better everyone is.
I guess.
Look, if you go early enough for it again, you're going at the wrong time, I think. But I just really don't understand why you would take a full cart of groceries through a little self-checkout. Like, knock it off.
But at Costco, it's worse.
Costco's easy.
Worse.
Costco, you don't have to put in codes. Everything
that's true.
They have a barcode. You just go beep, beep,
okay.
beep,
The
and you're
produce
done.
is a bit different.
It's
yes.
easy.
That's
Only
true.
way I can agree with you is if you have a stack of coupons or your price matching or something, then get out of the self-checkout.
Yeah, can
Otherwise,
you even do that at the
you go in
self-checkout?
and do what
That's
you
not-
want because there's 10 others.
Yeah, there's like 10 self-checkouts.
Yeah.
Now, it's the people that go through the express line. Like, if I have two items and I just want to get through the express and you've got a full cart in front of me, I'm not happy.
Happen. No, they should have people policing
Because that clearly states the rule.
They should,
1 to 12 items. That's
there
it,
should
people.
They should actually have somebody standing there going, nope, get out.
Yeah.
Get out of the line.
And it should be a security guard.
Yeah, something
So that you don't argue back.
Well, yeah, and start
Sounds
doing,
like a frill.
Yeah, and it does.
It's true.
Does sound like a
That's
frill.
true. That's
Well,
true.
they need one at the self-checkout too.
Yeah.
Get out of the
Galen's
line.
not springing for that. He'd have to put the
out.
bananas up in price.
Get out.
You'll just do that anyway.
This is due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast. We're Dave, Rachel, and Forman, and this high-quality, fine podcast is brought to you by HCR Permanent Search.
They need mechanics. They're looking for mechanics. Not just any mechanic. 310S and 310T diesel mechanics is what they need. And they've got a job for you. You probably already have a job, as we've found out throughout this process, because you're in demand. We know that. But this is a better job. What are the perks, Forman, of this job?
Well, it's straight full-time day shifts. It's a competitive salary.
Thought I'd bring you into this.
Yes.
The retirement plan with company contributions.
Amazing.
Very
That doesn't
nice.
happen. That's
Yes.
free money, by the way. You should always take advantage of that.
Exactly. Take advantage of career advancement because the company that HCR Permanent Search is hiring these positions for, they are involved in places all over North America. So you can get training, you can get advancement because this is such a big company that you can be part of. And again, you do not have to work shift work.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
That's what, and
You can be home at night. You can
Yes.
be home with the kids or not
right.
with your kids. I don't care what you do. Go out. You don't have to be at work.
That's right. They have immediate openings in St. Thomas, Stratford, Goderich, Ancaster, Burlington, and now Orangeville.
Oh, even more. Okay. We've added
Yes.
another.
You
Great.
too can become an Orangevillian.
Yes.
You could.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Or just drive there if you live close. You could commute because it's
Mm-hmm.
a day shift. So you've got all evening to get back home.
And see
It's
the
free.
kids.
It's all yours.
Yeah.
Ignore the
right.
kids.
Ignore the kids.
You can afford to do it because this pays quite well.
Yes. How do I apply?
You could hire a nanny.
Rach, how do I apply?
Okay, you apply by going to their website, hcrpermsearch.com, because it's HCR Permanent Search. hcrpermsearch.com is the website, or email to Kyle Russell, 2 S's, 2 L's, krussell@hcr.ca. Okay, the email is .ca, the website is .com, but we've got it in our in the show notes in this episode if you want to look down
Yeah,
there
and
too.
we really want to get some of these diesel mechanics hired. So just think about anyone in your life, your extended family, even if it's not you. Well, I'm not a diesel mechanic, but yeah, but you know somebody who is or just went through school and they don't really have a good spot yet in their career. This is going to set them up for the rest of their career. So really think about who does car repairs. Is it diesel? Is it 310T or 310S? We have a better job for them.
There
We
you
have
go.
a better job, yeah.
There
Thank
you
you,
go.
HCR Permanent Search, for sponsoring this podcast, and we hope that you get some applicants. We know you will. We know you've gotten some already, so good luck.
What did you say? Orangevillian?
Yeah, you're an Orangevillian.
Yeah. So what are you? A Stratforder?
Stratfordian.
I don't know. An
Stratford.
Ancastered?
If you're an
Ancaster.
Ancastered.
Ancastered.
I've been Ancastered.
Okay. Sorry. Forman.
Would you rather be an Ancast turd or a drum boner?
Forman,
Ancastered. Yeah.
a drum
T-U-R-D.
boner. A drum
I thought it
boner.
was T-E-R-D, but it could be T-U-R-D. Ancastered.
What was it? If you're from Tobermory, you're a Tobermoron.
Yeah.
Tober moron.
Tobermoran.
This is due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman. This podcast is like having a green beer on St. Patrick's Day. Kind of stupid, kind of dumb, and a bit messy, really. It's a bit messy.
Can be, yeah.
Can be.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair. Fair description.
Yes.
Foreman?
Yeah. Well, I have no segue for that.
That's why I said.
I know.
Foreman?
We don't rehearse. We don't rehearse.
No.
Well, anyway.
We don't know what's coming out.
No.
On an
one can-
unrelated topic.
No one can tell that, Rach.
Yes. I was sorry. I spoiled the secret.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, our TV show that we've been watching with our 10-year-old daughter, Harley, may have just been spoiled.
Oh, no.
Connected
Oh.
those two.
Uh-oh.
What do you...
What,
have
weren't you watching
Modern Family.
Modern Family, yeah.
That's right. That's a delightful
That's what
show.
you're going.
So delightful, hysterical,
Yes.
laughing out loud at every single episode.
Yeah.
Really can't recommend it enough. We're now into season 5. There's 11 seasons. I think it only was on until 2019. But,
Okay.
it's all on Disney. It's a
Yeah.
great show. And this is one of the things that we thought was great about it because it's really genuinely funny and still appropriate enough we can watch with a 10-year-old. She gets most of the jokes, and the one she doesn't, it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter.
Well, there's now been a few episodes every once in a while to come up with subject matter that she hasn't been exposed to before and has questions about.
Okay. Okay.
So here's an episode, season 5, episode 6, where Phil is the father in this family.
Yeah.
His dad is staying with them because his mom has passed away, and so his dad is trying to, get out there and start dating new women again.
Right.
The night before, Phil and his father and father-in-law all went out to try and get the father, to meet somebody.
Oh, okay.
And
Sure.
he did. So here's the scene the next morning with
Oh,
Phil
boy.
and his elderly father.
Hey, there's Casanova. I didn't hear you come in last night. So how'd it go with Marcy?
Oh, it was okay. But I actually met someone else while I was waiting for a taxi.
Well, all right.
And she's downstairs right now.
Well, all right.
Truth is, I have a bit of a situation. She says I owe her $500.
Please tell me you broke something of hers.
No, it turns out she's a hooker.
You picked up a hooker?
Well, I didn't know she was a hooker.
We're in my kitchen. We have to stop saying hooker.
Okay. So I am assuming Harley immediately has questions.
Right away.
What's a hooker?
It's word for word. What's a hooker?
Yeah. Does she even know what sex is yet? I mean,
Yes, she's had, grade 5 health class. She's had questions about that fielded by mom. Thank God.
well, even if they're, what? I actually did have to explain it to Julia, and she was like, she just looked at me like, what the? Like, that happens? I'm like, yeah. And that was the end of that for a while.
Luckily, and there was a previous episode of Modern Family that Harley missed, and thank goodness for this because it was the kids walking in on Phil and Claire having sex.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, and then at the end of the episode, they gift them this great big deadbolt for the bedroom door. Which seemed like a great idea until they knew every time they used it because it made this
Oh, God.
god-awful sound that rang out
yeah.
throughout the whole house every time they locked the door.
Wow.
But Harley missed that episode, so we dodged a massive bullet there. But
Okay.
Now.
what's a hooker? How do you answer?
How did you answer that?
Several excruciating seconds of dead silence. And glances of Ashley and Forman looking at each other.
What do we say?
Uh-huh.
And she jumped to it first because I was planning on not jumping to it at all.
I figured that.
That, you pay somebody to spend time with you.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
The
That's pretty
end.
good. That's
Yep.
pretty good.
That's
That's
a
it.
good
That's pretty
way
good.
to
And then the
yeah.
episode was still playing, and Harley just thought, okay, whatever.
right.
That works.
No further explanation
That's not
required.
bad.
Yes.
Well, that's
okay.
not that's not
a
as
good explanation.
That's not as bad as what happened at our place just the 2 nights ago. I think
Uh-oh.
2 nights ago.
Oh, no.
My oldest daughter suggested not that long ago that we're looking for something to watch. Because I find television is a great wasteland, but there's a lot out there, and there's a lot of shows, and sometimes somebody can recommend something that you haven't seen, or maybe, what are you watching now? That happens all the time, where you bump into somebody, and what are you watching? So it came up, you know what you should be watching, and I had seen... I'm aware of the show, but not that aware. The show's called The Bear, and if
Oh, yes.
you're not
I
aware
just
of it-
finished that one.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
Yep.
we did
Yeah.
too.
Did you?
Really? Okay. Well, we normally I don't spend a whole lot of time watching. And this, by the way, they keep winning awards for best comedy, and I don't know why. Because there's
Yeah.
literally nothing funny
It's
about
not
this show.
a comedy show.
It's
I don't know
not
why
funny.
it's in the comedy.
It's not funny at all. So I'm not sure what to expect when I started watching it. 2 episodes in, I was like, I don't think I can do this anymore. I don't think I can watch this thing.
Wow.
I
I quite liked it. It's very dramatic, but I
It's
quite liked
very
it.
dramatic.
I
The
really
acting-
liked it, yeah.
the
Why
acting's
don't you
good.
like it?
It's about a restaurant and all that stuff, and there's a lot of complicated things involving. Why don't I like? I don't know. Is this too much and it's dark? It's not fun. I mean, you're the one, Rachel, that says you're watching. What is it?
Vanderpump
because it's it's
Well-
just. You know what I mean? Like, I'm surprised you would watch a show like this because it's really dark.
well, it's not
very
dark. I wouldn't say it's dark necessarily. It's just like
not light.
it's like a drama. I don't know why they call it a comedy. I agree with you on that.
Anyway.
But I think the acting is really great. I think the story is great,
Well,
and I find it fascinating, and I love shows that have like little nuances that you have to catch on to be like,
Okay.
oh,
All right.
okay, I get it.
Well, I don't know whether I would recommend this show to anybody, but if you want to watch it, I think there's one episode that I just went, I'm not watching, but I have now started rewatching, and so we're watching an episode. And if you guys have already watched the show, I haven't finished the second season yet, and that's coming soon. But right in the middle of the second season, there is the Christmas episode. Now,
Oh, yes.
for those who have not seen The Bear yet, you'll know when you come to the Christmas
You'll know.
episode.
Yeah.
Jamie
Just
Lee
to give you-
Curtis deserves every award for that
Jamie Lee
episode
Curtis
alone.
can act her way.
I don't think I
She's-
blinked that whole episode. I think I
Well,
was
it
just glued
Makes
to the
you
screen.
feel like you're
what?
in that awful, painful, depressing,
me-
anxiety-filled,
It's
stressful
just-
Christmas.
It's if you've ever had a hellish family Christmas,
This one's worse.
this one's worse than anything. Like
I have never experienced anything like that. Ever.
No. Compare it to the Ted Lasso Christmas episode, which was delightful.
Yes.
I haven't watched
Feel
that,
good.
so don't
Oh,
spoil that
feel
for me.
good. It's the Christmas episode is worth
Okay.
the price of it. The Christmas episode of The Bear is 1 hour in your face. I mean,
It
Yeah.
doesn't
It-
stop.
It doesn't
No.
stop. And right near the end of it, they're all sitting around the dinner table, and they're fighting a lot.
Yeah.
My daughter comes down the stairs.
Spoiler alert.
Yes.
A lot of swearing.
My daughter comes down the stairs, and there's a lot going on there, including, like almost a fist fight.
Yeah.
And she's traumatized by what she's literally. You should see the look on her face.
Oh my gosh, I've
my
been there.
youngest
Yeah.
daughter. So, what you went through, Forman.
Oh, don't worry about it.
No.
Don't worry about it. Well, I remember as a teenager, Charlotte's age, my dad would watch like action movies or shoot 'em up kind of, and I would hate that's like I couldn't even. It took me a while to be able to tolerate Game of Thrones, which is really bad. I never watched that stuff, but I really wanted to watch Game of Thrones because I knew it was a good story, and it is, and it was worth it. But I couldn't stand that stuff. And so anytime my dad would watch a movie or something with gangs or shooting or violence, I'd be like, who makes this? Who thinks up these stories? Who makes up these sickening stories in their head? These people are sick. And I would, so I feel that. I get it. I'm like, who's thinking of this? Because I wouldn't think of that. That's not a story I would write.
Well, I can say Harley did walk into the room last night, actually, and I had to scramble to pause an episode of The Boys.
I haven't watched that. What's that? I don't know.
Rachel, don't watch it.
Okay.
Dave, watch it.
We know what we like.
This is due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman. This is the podcast that you should tell your friends about.
Please do, yeah.
Yeah, but
We
only
hope
if you really don't like them.
I mean, that it would help for us
yeah.
that you tell them,
Yeah,
even if
so-
you like them.
Yeah, spread the word.
Sure.
Spread the word.
A one and done download is still a download for us.
That's right.
Well, that's
right.
true. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
That's right.
Get you for 10 seconds. We still think it's 40 minutes. So.
That's right. That's right. That's all we need from you. It's the first 10 seconds.
right. That's
All right. This is something we haven't done in a while. Rachel's fun facts.
Usually factual, occasionally fun.
Oh, I love Rachel's fun facts.
Okay. Do you though? I
Yes,
mean,
I
feel
do.
like sometimes you really don't.
No,
Now,
I do because I feel like what this proves to me,
Mm-hmm.
I find it very entertaining to know what you think is fun.
okay. Well, there's a
That's
couple
why
of
fun facts are fun for me.
Okay. There's a couple of facts. Like some of these facts I couldn't have done on the radio. Well, these ones I definitely couldn't have done on the radio.
Fun facts we couldn't say on the
Fun
radio.
facts you can't do on the radio.
So I'm
All
going
right.
to save those for the end because one of them I don't even want to say out loud.
You would think
So I'll muster up the courage to
that
say it
maybe
in the
at
first place.
least to two people in this conference here, you would think that should make the facts that much more fun.
You would think.
Yeah.
By the way, both of
If I use it.
in case you are watching us on YouTube, Foreman and I do know that we're wearing the same shirt.
Yeah.
Yes,
I don't
that
know
was.
how
I mean,
that happened,
you
but we
guys
did it.
really coordinated today.
We intentionally left Rachel out.
Only
Yes.
if I wore a
Did you
plaid
not-
shirt like yours. I wore
Yeah.
a plaid shirt yesterday, but it wasn't that color.
Yeah.
So
See, we
Wouldn't
didn't
have
tell
matched
you.
anyway.
We didn't tell you.
okay.
This is
Well,
this is the wardrobe where it's
Par
like,
for the
well,
course.
gee, what should I wear? I don't know, a t-shirt with a plaid shirt over top and
Yes.
jeans.
And
a
Yes,
baseball
you're
hat.
every guy every day.
and a
every
baseball
day.
hat with a round logo in the middle. Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. I actually believe this flannel shirt came from Costco.
Could have.
Probably did. Okay. Well,
And
let's
the T-shirt was free from a radio station event. Anyway,
Really?
moving on.
What's it say? AK and Son.
Yeah.
Keith's.
Yeah.
Oh, Keith's. Okay, cool. All right. Rachel's fun facts. Okay. Here we go. Did you know that you have never seen your own face in real life? You've only seen it in photos and reflections. None of us have actually seen what we really look like in real life.
Well, I think I knew that.
Yes.
I think I knew that.
I mean, you knew that now that I say it.
no,
but-
I'm pretty sure that I was aware that you don't really know what you look like.
If you're not, if you
But isn't
can't,
that
if you-
fascinating? Doesn't that kind of mind-blowing?
what the, how
Mind-blowing.
else would you see your own face?
It's like, oh yeah, I haven't. Like that's.
Once again,
When I read that, I
once
was
again,
like, oh
this-
yeah, that's true.
Once again, this points
Okay.
out to me. It's interesting what I think Rachel finds fun.
She didn't even
Or-
find it fun. You just said your reaction when you first read it, Rachel, was, oh, yeah.
Well, I thought it's like, oh yeah, that's cool. Okay, fine.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. Well, did you know that talking to yourself in the third person can actually help you reduce stress? This is what I'm going to need after I'm done with this, and you guys.
It's what Rachel is going to need.
That's
Yes.
a fun fact. I like that.
Okay, but
Now that
another.
you added that, I like that.
Okay,
That was
fine.
good. That was
Oh,
good.
that's the fact that
Yes,
it's
that was
fun.
funny. That
Me-
was
okay.
fun.
Me
I found
needing-
that fun. I
Fine.
did find that fun.
Here's something else that can help you reduce stress and pain. Actually, this one too. Holding money in your hand can actually help you reduce stress and pain. So just get some cash. Talking to yourself, holding money.
I don't know that that's true. I
don't
would
think
argue
so?
that
How much
stresses
money?
you out.
depends on
Oh,
what
I
I'm
don't know.
about
It
to.
just says any money.
Depends
It
on
could be
what-
coins for all I know.
What if I'm paying somebody with the money in my hand
Well,
and
that's
handing it
true.
over?
That's
not
less fun than
No.
just keeping it.
I think there's got to be an amount. If you say, well, I'm stressed and I'm in pain, but at least I have this 63 cents. Like, I think you
Yeah,
need
that's
more
not
than
gonna
that in
do
your
it.
hand.
Yes.
Okay.
Now
You're really
that's-
nitpicking that. I
that's
think
right.
it's just okay. Fine.
But that's what makes it fun.
All right. Speaking of pain and having empathy for others, which you guys clearly don't, acetaminophen, the active ingredient in Tylenol, acetaminophen,
Yes.
can dull your empathy for the physical and emotional pain of others. So if you're on Tylenol regularly, maybe you don't care about others. Is that your problem, guys? Is that why?
Who cares?
All right, fine.
okay, that's fine.
The most shoplifted book in America is the Bible.
I knew you were going to say
I
that.
knew you were going to say that.
I feel like
too.
that's
I knew it.
counterintuitive. But
Well,
maybe
what-
they need it. Maybe those people
Well,
need
don't
it.
put them in every hotel room, and then
Yes.
people won't steal it just because
I
they're
mean, I
taking
guess
something.
I kind of assumed it was from a bookstore, but yeah, you could be from the hotel room. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
You're
think
right.
they want you to take them out of the hotel room. Isn't that the whole point?
Maybe.
Is it?
I don't know.
I
Or
don't
you
know.
just
I have
read
no
it when
idea.
you're in there. I don't
Yeah.
know. Okay, speaking of the Bible, due to a typographical error,
Yes.
Nothing
there-
says fun like the Bible.
Yeah.
Yes, well, there
That's
was
a fact.
this one. There in 1631, many years ago, there was a Bible known as the Wicked Bible, which erroneously states, "Thou shalt commit adultery." They missed the not. They missed the "thou shalt not."
The Wicked Bible.
So
Look,
it's
it's
telling
in the
you
Bible.
to do it.
Yeah.
This is actually known as the Sinner's Bible, and only about a dozen copies are known to exist. So there's not many of them. It's kind of a collector's item now.
The guy at the printing press
From six-
thought
from
this will be
1600s.
funny. I'll give a few of these copies to my friends before making the rest properly.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, someone went right to that spot, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Okay, during the Civil War, because Forman was talking about Modern Family and the issue with your daughter, in the
Right,
Civil
and again, nothing says fun like the Civil
The
War.
Civil War? Okay.
during the Civil War, horizontal refreshments was a slang term for prostitutes, hookers, like as you were talking about.
Someone
You're a
you paid to
horizontal-
spend time with you.
A horizontal refreshment.
Horizontal refreshment.
Yes, I guess that's yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so no
A
comments on that one.
horizontal refreshment. They must have had bidets.
Uh,
That's
okay.
okay.
I'm not quite sure what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Get
I have
it.
no
But
idea.
I thought, you throw it
Okay.
out there, it might make sense.
I don't think I want to. No,
Okay.
just keep moving, Rachel.
All right, I've only got a
It's
couple
like
left.
game,
and
like
It
it's
was
like
in the Bible.
like a game of dodgeball. Keep moving. Keep on going.
Okay. These are the ones that I don't. Okay. So let's try and find a better way to say this.
Okay, so you were okay with horizontal
I think-
refreshments.
Yeah,
but
that one was
now-
okay.
That would
so
have
this was-
that would have flown on regular radio.
No, well, no. I could have maybe done that as a euphemism on radio. But anyway, this one. Okay, so men who have sex or like with someone else or not at least 21 times a month are 20% less likely to develop prostate cancer than those who have sex either alone or together with someone else 4 to 7 times a month. So 21 times a month is your goal.
21.
21 times
And
a
you're
month.
how much less likely to get
20% less likely to develop. But I mean, anything
Okay.
helps, right?
Well, listen.
So that might be a goal.
Either
Now
one.
that you're aware of this, Rachel, let me put you on the spot here because you're the only one of the three of us that could answer this. Now that you know this, would you be more inclined when your husband?
Well, 21 times a month is that's a lot.
It could be life saving.
It could be like that's true. I mean,
He's got enough problems
thing.
with his pancreas. Lord
Anything
knows he
for the
doesn't need
cause.
anything wrong with his prostate.
Well, that's
still 21 times is still 1, 2, 3 too many times for Rachel. We found out.
that's quite.
right.
I mean, but you can do it yourself if
She
you
doesn't
need.
even. What did you have, a Tylenol this morning?
Yeah. Yes. Join the ranks of you guys.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Last one here. Did you know that humans have the girthiest penises among primates? Just hurrah.
Hurrah!
Hurrah.
And still, 21 times is too many.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just
Again.
I'm the
if
presenter of
nothing-
facts. That's
if,
all.
If nothing, yes, but these are facts that you maintain, once again, are
Yeah.
fun. So thank you.
Aren't those fun? I figured that would be. That's good news.
I
Why
like-
isn't that fun?
I think the fact that you think it's fun makes it fun. Right?
Okay.
I don't know where you would use that. Like, you could only use that information if you're going to the zoo. Like,
Yes,
hey,
that's right.
you know,
Hey,
compared to the guy on the other side of that fence.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Compared to the guy on the other
you
side
look-
of that fence.
You look like you can maul me to death, but my dick is bigger.
My
Fuck
girth
you.
percentage.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Oh, my face hurts from laughing.
Okay. This is due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast. We're Dave, Rachel, and Forman. Thank you to HCR Permanent Search for sponsoring our podcast. If you would like to or know someone who would, get a hold of us.
Yeah. You can email us at daverachelforman@gmail.com or just message us on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. We're on TikTok now. You can follow us at Due to Underwhelming Demand.
Yep. You'll know
Yeah.
it's us with the plaid shirts.
Yeah.
Not
You
me.
I mean, we're, on all these platforms, Messenger, whatever. You can send us a message as a comment, as an email, as a
Yes.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
Even got one from Steven Zwarzik.
Okay.
Zwarks?
Okay.
I don't know. Sorry, Steve.
Great.
Says, hey, Foreman, my T-shirt just arrived from Dildo Brewing Company. Love it.
Nice. Wow. Okay.
Gotta have one. Gotta have one. Gotta have
That's
one.
cool.
Yes.
That's cool. Yeah, Sherry actually sent us a message. She says, I love, love, love your podcast. It is the highlight of my week. It's so wonderful to have you three back together. Thanks for keeping us laughing in our chaotic weeks.
Oh, well, that's
Thank you,
nice.
Sherry.
That's why we're here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're glad that you like it. We got an email from Ash who was talking about she says, I love your show. So happy to hear you again. I was sad to hear the band broke up when Forman was dismissed years ago without warning. This brings me my reason for contacting. Forman mentioned his wife was in a local mom group, Facebook group, when someone was asking about Ian's whereabouts from 103.1.
Right.
I want to say in the middle of December, he just all of a sudden disappeared.
Yeah,
no
there was another
explanation given.
Yeah,
I don't know.
There was another Ian. They had another Ian earlier, and then there was another Ian or something. And I wasn't
I
aware
didn't
that.
really-
I didn't know. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't.
Anyway, so I don't know. I mean,
I-
that happens in radio a lot, though.
yeah.
She says, keep up the banter, but one more question. Dave, do you genuinely like Rachel? Some of your banter towards her is starting to seem mean and not joking. I hope it's a joke and you aren't using this platform to pick on a friend.
I can't stand her, actually. It's very true. We just, no, it's like oil and water. It's just, no, of course I like Rachel. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, I know that you do like me, so I know you don't dislike me anyway.
A lot of what we, if it comes across as mean-spirited, it's not intended. That's not the intent.
No.
But sometimes it might sound that way, and if that's the way you heard it. But no, Rachel, no, we're friends.
Yes, we are
good friends.
Yeah.
I think I've said this a couple times before, but it's I think it came from Don Rickles, where it said, if I didn't like you, I wouldn't make fun of you.
No, exactly.
Right, yes.
That's exactly true.
We kid because we love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I kid because I love with other people in my life and they don't appreciate it as much. So
yes.
to watch it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they
me
can't
too.
take it.
You got to be
Yes,
careful.
they can't.
You got to be careful.
Okay, we have another email from Lindsay. Did we read Lindsay's last time? Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Okay,
you
we
did.
read
But-
Lindsay's last time.
Lo and behold, and Rachel, you might have to pull this up on your phone, that we have yet another audio message
Oh, yes.
Oh, another
Okay.
one?
from
From
Scotty in
Scotty.
Nova Scotia.
Scotty in Nova Scotia.
Okay.
Oh, I love his messages. I feel like he's going to break into like a great big sea song whenever I hear
A
it.
sea shanty.
Yes. Yes.
I would like him to do that, but
Yeah.
okay.
If he could do
I've
that
got it
next
here.
time, Scotty, if you could do a little
Please.
great big sea for us, that'd be awesome.
All right, here's Scotty's latest message. We always love these from him.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, it's me again. Yes, Dave. I'm the same way. My wife will send me to the grocery store, and with a list of pictures from the flyer. I'll be texting her while I'm there because, of course, I'll text her, well, they don't have any. They're sold out. And then she'll pick something else. She'll say, oh, don't get it. And then I'll get, there's a display at the end of the aisle, and what she needed was actually there, and I'll get that instead. And then I'll text her again, oh, they do have it. And it's I think it might be like Rachel Forman said, she just wants me out of the house. I'm not sure if that's so she can listen to show tunes or death metal
Maybe.
on the radio while I'm gone, or just so she doesn't have to look at me. That might be it, actually.
Okay. Funny enough that he wrote that. I was at the grocery store after like a few days ago actually, and it was like 5 o'clock in the evening, and it was full of men, and they all looked confused.
Yes.
Of course we are.
And more than one of them was on their phone, and
Yes.
I know what they were doing.
Yes.
I'm
Now you
very
know.
aware of.
Now you know.
You don't know what you need, and
No,
you are
I sure
texting
don't.
your wife right now
I sure don't.
to say, okay, I don't know where it
Yes.
is. Where is it?
Yes. That's
Yeah,
it.
that may,
Every household, everywhere.
Scotty, your situation makes me think of a very important question. If you're in that position and you see that they are sold out of whatever and you cannot get a hold of your wife, is it better to not buy it at all or to get something similar or a different version of it?
Oh, it all depends. All depends.
I think it's always better to get something similar because then at least you're coming home with an option, right? You've tried to problem solve.
Yeah, but what if it's more expensive? And she said,
Yeah.
well, I only wanted it because it was on sale.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I see. Yes.
There's no
well,
winning
that's
there.
the problem.
There's
yeah.
no winning there,
Yeah,
right?
I didn't want the light version. I wouldn't get it at all if I could only get light.
I see. Yes.
Yeah, can't win.
Well, yeah, I can't help you there.
No, you can't.
There's no right answer to that.
No, there's not.